Welcome to another video. Here we starting off with a very nice picture here of this BMW. I think this is one of those modified wide body. I think it is in the game or something. I can't remember, but I'll go look for it later. But good scenario here, just trying to chill out, waiting for the last race of the manufacturer series, which was in Fuji in Group 4, which I was really skeptical on doing. As I say, we already finished. As I said, I didn't do the manufacturer series. I was very skeptical on doing. As I say, I already skipped point race 1, point race 2. Now this third entry, which was okay, as in the qualifying was alright, not really that bad. Finishing as in qualifying in mid, but there were no like strategies or anything like that. It's just like a free for all. You can use any tire you want because you're using the racing hards, the racing medium, or the racing soft. So it depends on you. But the tire wear was really way up high. It was 20 laps in the GP circuit of Fuji, and the two corners, there are like three corners that will like deplete your tires completely. So I was trying to figure out whether I do the qualifying or not, or if I start from behind with the hard tires, go for the longer stint and then change into the medium tires so that I can have like less time in the pit lane, because there was no fuel saving as I thought. Because in the beginning of the race, you'll see I'll just put into my, I'll try and keep checking the fuel that's remaining towards the race, so that I can work out if I'll short shift or if I'll go full throttle. But so I decided, why not? Why not just do it? Because for the content, doing it for the content. So I waited for everyone to go out, and I decided to go in, because to go out again and not in, as I'll have a better chance of making a good qualifying lap, even though this is the longest straight actually in any, despite the one in the notch lifer. This is what the second longest straight in the racetracks in the game. So a slipstream will be of use here. And the first time I did a 148, which was not really bad, so I went again, saved the 2 seconds, ended up in P7. So with that being said, this is going to be kind of a short one. Not really much happened, because after you'll see. Okay, let's just go within the race, because I was really disappointed by one Swiss driver who was really like destroying almost everyone's race. He was really going for the lunges, and I hope it does land, because he got an SR down. Probably he was, because by the time of finishing the race, his SR was E and the driver rating was E. So Lobsy was there in P9. As I was saying, I was just checking the fuel to see if it's going to be enough. I'm trying to short shift to see if it's going to be enough, trying to shift it to 2, but I ended up saying it's still 23. So 23 is still a lot. If I short shift a little bit, it's gonna save a lot, some laps. And by the time we were turning into turn 1, I didn't even notice that the Lamborghini was there, and there was also another German behind me. So I just needed to keep my head down, move it all the way back to the normal radar to see who's beside me. And the group in front of us was actually, most of the people decided to go with the soft tires first and then switch on to the medium tires. But I decided to go with the medium tires so that I can go for kind of a longer stint and then move on to the hard tires, because the soft tires were really degrading quickly. By the third lap, you would have like started feeling the effects of the tire wear, and I didn't want that. So getting passed by the Aston Martin, going down here, and the Swiss driver now is behind me. He has a 0.5 second penalty, and still trying to go in for the correct. As you see here, it just pushes me wide. I don't know why. I was just going in for the correct like driving line, because everyone else was stopped there. So I wouldn't really want to be behind them, because it would have like come to a complete stop. It would have been like a traffic jam, like in one of those big highways. And I went all the way down into P17, which is not really. Well, it really demoralized me, I would say. Like, I just lost hope in this race. I was even not really into racing, going for another point race, another try in this race, because I don't know, Group 4 in Fuji is really weird, unless it's a Nations Cup, because you can use any other car like The McLaren, I did a live stream a while ago, like 2 months ago. Yeah, it's been like 2 months. I've not done any live stream. A bit later, I got past these two people here, and look at this. It was just comedy, just ruining each other's race. I don't know why they were racing like that, because also they were a lot defensive, which made me like, look at this. He's going in for the lunge and it's way behind, which makes me like almost come into a complete stop, and not really the best for my morale. Still okay in P16. P1 is not really that far away. 15 seconds is not that far. As you see, it's just crossing the start finish line right now. There was a possibility of me catching up to them, but look at this. The car itself was okay. The speed, the straight line speed, top speed was amazing. You see, I'm just going past the Scirocco right here, like with ease, without any problem at all, without even slipstream, and it was fine. It was a fine race, but since there was a lot of people, just a lot of defending, a lot of just bad contact with other drivers, it was not really that enticing. A few laps later, since some people already started going in who had the soft tires, by lap 5 a lot of people started going in. As you see, also I think the Subaru there, the Toyota A86 had softer tires, and most of these people, like, you could see they're really already starting to struggle with their tires. He gets a 0.5 second penalty, and here comes Lobsy again, who pushed me wide again. He goes all the way down, not really down, but he almost lost it there, just trying to fight for no apparent reason. I see that trying, almost lost it myself, and it's just right there behind me. So I was trying so hard to get away from him, because he was really like, how can I put it, destroying other people's races, trying to catch up, going past the A86 there, the Toyota, and him not trying to catch up to me. So that probably I was thinking he might punt me at the end of the straight towards turn 1. Going in, not really much will happen. 2 laps later, I go up. I decided to go at the end actually of this lap, because I was also feeling the effects of the medium tires, which were actually trying. I was trying my best not to be too slow, because I usually find myself, if I'm tire conserving a lot, I end up like being slower every lap. As you see there, I'm kind of consistent, but I'm like a second quicker, then a second slower, a second quicker. I'm really not trying to fail anything. So I turned on to the hard tires, so for the longer stint, because we had 11 laps remaining, and I didn't want to have a lot of time wasted in the pit lane. And see, it's 14 seconds have passed. Almost everyone has gone through the pit lane. I'm already down into P15. Lobsy is still catching up. He went in a lap earlier, actually 2 laps earlier, and he comes just past me just right now. As you see, he's just right there in P17. He gains all that time that I lost in the pit lane. And now the end game is just trying to get away from him, and wasn't really that much. By the end of lap 10, I went a little bit too wide here. P1, P2, P3, most people are just going into the pit lane right now. As you see, they're on the medium tires and some on the soft tires. The guy on the soft tires really did conserve his tires, and I did a mistake there, going a little bit, trying to switch onto the wider line, which I didn't account for. I was having the worst tire of the race, and I went a little bit too wide. I just skidded wide, and wasn't what I wanted. See, just went past a lot of people all the way up to P15, so not really that bad. I still kind of gaining slowly, but not too much. But by this time, the guy in P1, I lost a lot of time with that, going into out of track. And by the end of this lap, again, I was still struggling. Lopsy again, he's in the barrier. I don't know. He would have won this race. He was really serious. He was really quick, and he was serious with his driving. He was just not. And the guy behind me, the guy in the Porsche, the German guy, and the French guy, really caught up to me again, because they went in. think they were on the medium tires, they're on the softer tires. He punts me, I don't know why. I left the inside like a whole like 2 lanes wide. He would have gone for that. And then the French guy behind me just decides, you know what, I'm going to push you wide. He punts me, trying to brake, trying not to go wide, and I actually did. And wasn't really the best. It gave me a 0.5 second penalty, but he doesn't get a penalty for pushing me off track, and I get a penalty for that, which is kind of comedy. I might think. So it wasn't really. It was just this. It's a lot of complaining, I know, but it just explained how bad of a race I had. And so far it went okay. A lot of people get pitted for the second time, which I was avoiding. And by this time, the guy in P10 who started, I think, in front of me. I think he started in front of me. He was really high. He was struggling for grip on most of these corners. And the French guy behind him also was catching up to me, but I still managed to maintain him and finished in P10. Wasn't the best races, but it was a good season. I did enjoy it, and hope you did enjoy the videos. I'm gonna attach the, how can I put, the playlist, all the videos at the top somewhere there or below. I'm just going to link it in the description. So if you want to go check any of those races, you can go have them. Some of them I did have a lot of fun in them, and some of them not really so much. So until next time, hope you do take care of yourself. Hope you do enjoy more videos that I'm going to produce, because now I think more of them are going to be Warzone or daily races, because until they announce the next season 3, which I don't think will be, or I don't know, probably there will be. Hope you take care of yourselves. See you in the next videos. Peace.